What's going on, everybody? Today is a beautiful day. Let's start off by saying that thankful for a very beautiful day. It's not hot, it's not cold, it's just right. Baby bear temperature. But today we have a little adventure. Going on an adventure. A friend of mine is going to come by and pick me up, and we are going to a little town of Providence, Kentucky. And I got another one. I'm not gonna tell you what it is just yet, but I got another one. I know somebody out there is saying, "You got another truck?" Yes, I did. But with the intentions are to do a little fixing and maybe hopefully sell it. If I can sell it, don't grow attached to it. No promises, but sell it, pay off a bill, and then move on to the next thing, or maybe use it to fund one of the other 15. Never owned one before. I've never had one, never owned one. So it's going to be a little different. It's out of my repertoire to own. But I'm getting it from a friend of mine at work. It's been kind of back and forth. I don't know. Been pretty close to a year. We kind of just a little here, a little there between one another. Well, here recently we just reached an agreement and decided, you know what? You want it gone? I don't care to fix what's wrong with it. A couple of things wrong with it, and here we go. So right now we're waiting on Kyle. Kyle's gonna pick me up. We're gonna try to go get it and drive it home. Not gonna put it on a trailer. Not the best idea I've ever had. Also not the worst. Win-win. Catch you guys in a minute. What's going on, everybody? It's a couple days later. Actually, it's not later today. I got a little scared on not my best idea and not my worst idea, but it actually panned out for me for once. I was very thankful for that. I didn't think to record while I was there. I don't know. I was kind of on 10 with everything, but I'm a little nervous at the same time. It's a learning curve, but I got a Dodge. It's the first one I've ever had. It's actually a pretty sweet old truck. 86 D150 Royal SE, 318 in it. Power windows and power locks and all that. It's actually a really, really solid truck. It's got one little spot here in the bed. I don't know that I just don't know that I'm gonna attempt to fix it. Old truck's got some good old soul to it. Got it from a buddy of mine at work. We've been playing cat and mouse with each other for almost a year about it. He bought it as a little project, and it just, I don't know. He had some things come up and decided kind of sort of that he didn't want it no more. As far as I know, it's all original. I will be the third owner of it. It's like I said, pretty sweet old truck. And grill bells was not beat up. Normally that thing beat all to pieces, but needs a carpet. Floorboard's good and solid. Dash is pretty good and solid. Door panel on this side's in the back. I got to replace the window regulators and the motors in both doors. Man, that thing just pump her a couple times and she's a little cold natured at first. One of the things we gotta address is some stuff under the hood here. I can do this one-handed. So one of the main problems that it has is still has the duck's foot. So it still has the duck's foot. And what that dude has is a bunch of fusible links in it. So it comes to that main, what they call the foot, and then it branches off. So a lot of the stuff on the interior doesn't work. But just some little things here and there is all this thing really needs. I got to put a power steering pulley on it. And now it's kind of being held on with a bungee cord. And the bolts are kind of seized up in the pump, and this was kind of how he used to turn the guy before him would turn the heat on. They cut the plug, and he just took these there's alligator clips on the end of this wire, and he would just hook it up to the battery. But it'll sit there and just purr. I always did like them old trucks. They just had a class about them. I don't know. I just never owned one. Their Dodge is a little different. But the intentions are to fix the things that's wrong with it and to send it down the road. And if I can't send it down the road for, what I do to it, I may do some more work to it. I've built it about 5 times in my head. It would look cool lowered. Put the van lower spindles on it, drop it 3 inches in the front, flip the rear. Could do a 5 on 4.5 swap. So I think in somebody correct me if I'm wrong, 77-ish, I think 77.5, maybe 78. I don't remember, but I know it was in the late 70s. These trucks were originally 5 on 4.5, which is small lug forward. So it opens up a plethora of wheels. This truck being an 86 is 5 on 5.5. They do not have a good wheel selection. Not anymore, not unless you want some god-awful looking 20 that 15 other people down the road's got. I thought about changing it over doing a 1715 combo with Jegs SSR wheels. You don't ever see them on them trucks. And maybe pulling the hood off, satin blacking it, and putting a Hemi hood scoop on it. That, if I do anything, that will be the last thing that will be done, because I guess I'm just getting older, and to drill holes in a perfectly good hood, I start thinking twice. Start kind of going, maybe you shouldn't. But I don't know. That's if things don't happen. But the main goal is just to fix the stuff that's wrong with it, and maybe sell it. That way I can put money into something else, pay a bill off, to allow to free up more money. Truck just sits there and purrs though. That truck sat for a year and a half, almost 2 years. Primed the carburetor a little bit, fired right off. And what I was getting a little scared about was it wouldn't pull itself. Well, it's got a transmission leak. No big deal. It's the fill tube and the pan's leaking. Put some fluid in it, actuated it, put 4 quarts in it, actuated between gears. I drove it all the way home. Never missed a lick. Truck sat there and just trucked on. When I got it on the highway, just kind of dumb. I shouldn't have done it, but I did. That truck wanted to run 75, 80 mile an hour. Didn't really seem like it was under a big strain. Everybody tells me them old Dodges ain't too bad on fuel. So, anyway, something different. We'll play with it, see how it goes. Like I said, the goal is to fix what's wrong and possibly sell it. I don't know if my buddy's gonna want it back after I get done with it, or I put it out in front of the house and some young kid decides he wants it. But anyway, that's our new surprise, and our new surprise and new project, I guess. It's not a project. It's not a project. Not yet.